Hey YouTube, Eltopian here, and tonight, or this morning, whatever it is, that's about 1:15, I'm going to do my last 2 of 8 tobacco reviews. I'm going to do them back to back, and you'll see why in the video that's coming after this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 reviews and then go ahead and put them up, and either later on this morning or later on in the day I'm going to do one more video and put it up, and it'll be a contest video. I have 106 subscribers now, and I've come up with a contest. The missus, she helped me come up with it, and I really appreciate it. But anyway, I'll tell you all about that in the next video. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do these last 2 reviews, because the different tobaccos that I have reviewed might come into play as far as the prizes for the contest. So I want you to have the reviews, so if you want to choose your tobacco, which will be a prize, I'll just put that right out there, you'll at least be able to look back through the reviews and tell. But the 2 I'm going to review tonight are Sportsman, an Aromatic, and Triple Crown in English. Don't know how it's going to be smoking them back to back, but we'll see. I'm tough, I can handle it. Got 2 different pipes loaded up here. So we'll get started with the Sportsman first, the Aromatic. This one is really different. Pardon me. Moist tobacco, so you don't want to pack it too tight. Nice room note to it. Totally mild. This is probably the mildest one yet as far as on the tongue. No roughness at all. But not a lot of flavor. Pack it down a little bit. Just going to help it along a little here. It's good. It's good. Not a lot of flavor to it, but no bite. No bite at all. It smells good. if you just want something nice to relax you, I think probably the rest of the people in the room would get more out of it than you do, but it certainly isn't bad. Anyway, I'm going to let this one simmer a little bit, and while I'm doing that, I was going to give a shout out to Hindu3270, and he did a video tonight about some old wrenches he had. And I thought I was the only one that collected old stuff like that. And a couple of the wrenches he had, I have too. I'm not sure if they're the same maker, but I'll have to look at that. But this one, wanted to show you. Take a look at that. Now it's a fairly standard old monkey wrench, right? Probably should use a little WD-40 on it here. Get it loosened up. Except for one thing. You turn it around here, right up here. I hope you could see that. It's got Ford USA on it. It's a tire wrench for the early Fords, Model A's, Model T's. And I wish I could remember a little better what my dad told me about it. But this piece on the end has a function, and Ford came up with it for their cars. It was to adjust something, and I can't remember whether it was to adjust something on the wheel or somewhere else. But I'm sure somebody out there will know, and they'll stumble across this video and let me know sometime. But anyway, Hindu, I just thought you'd like to see that one. Old Ford wrench. Off the old Model T's, Model A's, well, they had several different models. But from the time period, let's see, when did they make the first Model T? 1908, 8 or 9. On up into the 20s. I don't think it went on. I don't think they made the Model T after 1927. I may be wrong on that. I'll have to look that one up. Anyway, I just thought that was something you might be interested in. This is really pretty good for just a relaxing smoke when you don't want to have to think about it. You don't want the tongue bite. You just want to sit down and smoke something. It'd be alright. But it doesn't have much flavor to it at all. So it'd be very good for a beginning pipe smoker that wasn't sure if they would like tobacco or not. Very good. Oh, let's see, what else can I say as I, excuse me, sitting around here. Oh, got another joke for you. Farmer had 5 pigs, 5 hogs, 5 sows. Those are females for those of you that weren't raised on the farm. A sow is a female, a boar is a male hog. And he had 5 sows, and things were tough. Wasn't a lot of money coming in. So he decided to load them up and take them to the county fair and sell them. And right at that time he only had one vehicle running, and that was his station wagon. So he hosed the pigs off about 5:30 one morning, herded them into the station wagon, and took them off down to the fair. As he was there at the fair, he met another farmer that had 5 boars. And they got to talking and decided they'd pool their resources, and they'd breed his sows to the other guy's boars, and they'd split the proceeds 50-50. And now the farmers lived 60 miles apart, so they agreed that to do this they'd each drive 30 miles and find a field, find an open field, and let the pigs out, do what they needed to do, and then go from there. Well, the first day they did that. They each drove 30 miles, and they met and found a field and let all the pigs go out and romp and roam. And later on, when they loaded them back up, one farmer loaded the sows in his station wagon and said, how will I know if these sows are pregnant? The other farmer said, well, look out in the morning, and if they're rolling in the grass, they're pregnant. If they're rolling in the mud, they're not pregnant. Farmer said, okay. So he went on home. Next morning, he looked out the window and to see if the sows were in the grass or in the mud. And doggone it, they were in the mud. It didn't work. So he called the other farmer up, and they agreed to meet again, and he hosed his 5 sows off and put them back in the station wagon and drove them out the 30 miles again. Met the other farmer, and they let him out again. Well, after that day, the farmer brought him back, let him out in the pen and in the pasture, and the next morning he woke up and he looked out the window, and the sows were rolling in the mud again. So they had to wash them off and load them up again. And this went on for about 5 days, and finally both farmers were just exhausted and discouraged. And the one farmer that had the sows, he was so tired the next morning that after 5 days of this, he didn't even want to get out of bed, and he just told his wife, he said, honey, look out the window and tell me whether the pigs are in the grass or they're in the mud. And his wife looked out the window and said, Neither. They're in the station wagon and one's honking the horn. Anyway, I really do like the Sportsman. Pardon me. I think it's a good one, but it's a little too mild for my taste. Well, there's not much taste to it, like I said. And I'll set that over there against the ashtray. And pardon me, clear my throat. And I probably shouldn't be smoking these back to back. They got a real sense of them, but I'm going to anyway. This one now is a Triple Crown, and it's in English, so it's going to be a little different. While I'm at it here, before I get away from too far from the Sportsman, I'll tell you what their write-up is. Milan Tobacco's write-up is about Sportsman. If I can find it here, just a moment. Sportsman, fire-cured Cavendish tobaccos produced to produce an extremely mild, slow-burning, cool smoke, blended with mature black Cavendish and high yellow, bright, flue-colored tobaccos. Very pleasant room aroma and a light, sweet taste. Well, that about sums it up. Now, to go over to the Triple Crown, the English. This is the last one of the 8. It says, this exceptionally mellow blend is formulated with smooth and rich Latakia, Turkish, and black Cavendish tobaccos. Alright, let's give it a try. Whoa. It's not all that mellow, folks. But I do like it. Oh. Definitely get that Latakia taste in there. Tastes just a little bit salty to me. This is smooth. I wouldn't say this is one to start out on if you haven't tried the pipe before. Don't start with this. But yeah, I like it. It's really interesting. just a hint of a floral taste to it, I guess, I have to say. Triple Crown. Pardon me. It is mellow, but it does have some bite to it. A lot of flavor to it. It's okay. For me, I wouldn't make this a go-to smoke, but I like aromatics more than I do English tobaccos anyway. But that's just me. That is real interesting. It'll open your sinuses. It does sting the nose just a little bit. That's very interesting. It really grows on you. But like I say, don't start out with this. If you haven't smoked very many different types of tobaccos, if you're a new pipe smoker, don't start out with something like this. I don't think you'll care for it. But it won't take long to work up to this, but it is different. Well, anyway, I'm already over my time limit, but I pushed the little doohickey that allows me to load up a little bit longer video on YouTube. The flip cam system yet hasn't caught up with that, so I have to load it through a secondary page. But I'll fiddle with that later. I'd definitely try this once in a while. I don't know, I don't think a lot. But anyway, that's Triple Crown. That's the English that I'm smoking now. And Sportsman was the Aromatic that I had a minute ago. So those are the last two reviews I'm going to do for these 8. Go back through my other videos if you want to check them out. And kind of get an idea which one you think you would like to try. Because I'm going to do another video probably tomorrow morning. And it'll be my contest video. And one of the prizes will be one of these cute little apothecary jars with some tobacco in it. I don't don't know if I can afford to fill it up right now, but I'll get you a fair amount. And if you want to look through my reviews or look on Milan.com, MilanTobacco.com. Look on their website. And one of their bulk tobaccos, or I can get Carter Hall, or I can get Sugar Barrel, that's an old one, or Kentucky Club, that's an old one, the Middleton blends, or they have other blends on there. Some are expensive though, so I'd appreciate it if you'd stick to something like the Middleton blends or some of Milan's own blends, and you can choose which one you like. But anyway, I'll explain all that in the contest video when I put it up. The aroma to this is definitely old school. It's more along the lines of something my grandfather would have smoked. He smoked mostly Bond Street, which you can't get anymore. And that stuff was different. I'll have to tell you about that sometime in another video. Anyway, I'm going to quit blabbing here and let y'all go. And I sure appreciate over 100 subscribers so far, and I appreciate all the shout outs I'm getting and all the mentions I'm getting from other people. And just keep an eye out for my contest video, and it'll have something to do with American history. It'll be fun, it won't be tough, but I'll have that up here real soon, and then we'll go from there. I'll just leave it at that. And I guess there's nothing much else to say except go to MilanTobacco.com, tell them the Altopian sent you, and I'll see you down the road. Bye now.